Welcome to the English module. We will focus on the English language since it's one of the main languages spoken in Aruba. I'll try to help brush up your English in case this is necessary. This is Global English and English in Aruba Introduction. These are the learning objectives of this section, Global English and English in Aruba. The participant must be able to explain the position of the English language in the world, analyze a few functions of the English language in the Aruban community and the possible advantages of English as a second language. Hello again. I'm Karin Werlemon and I'll be guiding you through this module. I'm an English lecturer with more than 20 years of experience in secondary and higher education. As you can see, this is the disclaimer. For convenience, we use the Union Jack, which is another name for the British flag, for the English language, but this doesn't mean that the English language is only represented by the British flag. All right, English is spoken worldwide. Countries that have English as their first language are, for example, the United Kingdom, Ireland, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, the United States of America, Antigua and Barbuda, Canada, Grenada, and many more. Many are also former British colonies. Okay, let's start with the position of English around the world. We need statistics. According to the following sources from December 2018, English is the #1 language spoken across the globe. There are 378 million native speakers, so those who speak English as the first language, and 743 million non-native speakers, so those who speak English as their second language, in the whole world. At 1,121 million speakers, both native and non-native speakers, English is the most widely spoken language in the world. English is the dominant language on the internet. Nearly 54% of content on the internet is in English. After Global English, let's look at English in the Caribbean. Caribbean English is a general term for the many varieties of the English language used in the Caribbean archipelago and on the Caribbean coast of Central America. Caribbean English specifically, is a contact language originating mainly from the encounter with British colonial masters. So, this Caribbean English covers English and the many English-based Creoles spoken in the region. In many Caribbean countries, however, some standard version of mostly British English is the official language, and this is taught in schools. Well, what about English in Aruba? Statistical data obtained by Aruban Central Bureau of Statistics, in Dutch is called Het Centraal Bureau voor de Statistiek, indicate that in 2010, only 7% of the Aruban population spoke English at home. However, English has a prominent position in the community. Alright, let's continue with English in Aruba. Due to digitalization, social media, and the internet, English has a greater visibility on the island, also because of its importance for the Aruban economy, which is highly dependable on tourism, especially from the United States of America. With the arrival of the US-led oil refinery Lago in the 1920s, the island received many immigrants who were predominantly English L1 speakers, so native speakers. They came mainly from the English-speaking islands in the Caribbean, and they established themselves in San Nicolas. The language is alive and kicking among youngsters in Aruba. They consciously choose English as their everyday speech, and this trend continues to grow. The constant exposure to the English language and the American culture increase the status of the language even more. This happens through television, radio, social media, and computer games. Great command of the English language is an asset for their further education, future career, and their social life. As you can see in this graphic, the pilot done by Census in 2019 indicate that Papiamento is the most spoken language at home by people born in Aruba, this with 92%, followed by English with 15%. According to van der Linden, Papiamento and English are the most used languages in the Aruban community, even though English is not one of the official languages. To sum up, due to a historical point of view, the prominent position and status, the language of choice by youngsters, tourism, internet, technology, and studies at high school and or university, what about the future of English in Aruba? Might it have a future as a second language in the Aruban community? Yes, during this module, we will be discussing various levels of language analysis, focusing on our multilingual knowledge and how to use this knowledge strategically. The icons on this slide were presented in the previous video. If you require information about these icons, please consult the previous video to obtain a comprehensive explanation of each icon's purpose and meaning. And now, let's get started. Good luck!